G'day legends, it's your boy, and in today's video I'm going to be showing off the new slash second-hand vehicle that I bought off of Facebook Marketplace from Port Augusta. So I'm currently sitting in the car at the moment. I've just finished doing a bit of work to it, and what I ended up getting done today was swapping some of the leads over because they were on the wrong spark plugs. So swap them onto the right spark plugs. And I also bolted the catalytic converter to the extractors. I do have to replace 2 nuts on that, but I'll get that done once I get refunded, because today I went to the dentist and they double charged me. So went in there, paid the $33.50 for my tooth extraction that happened a few weeks ago, had my appointment, come out, and then got charged $66 because whoever served me prior to my appointment didn't make it known or update the computer that I had already paid for the tooth extraction. So I ended up paying for that again, as well as the fill-in, which is, like you guys can see there, so they did my 2 front teeth, which is awesome. And then I go back in a fortnight's time, I'm pretty sure, to get that one pulled out. So they recommended braces, but I'm not going down that road. That can just go somewhere else. But yeah, anyway, back to the car stuff. Bolted the catalytic converter onto the extractors. Just got to replace the 2 nuts. I also put the rubber on as well, so it's steady on the bottom of the car. All I have to do now is put the middle and rear muffler on, and they're attached. So tomorrow, what I'm going to do, because it's too late to do it now, I'm going to put the other rubber that I've got on the middle muffler, and then put the rubbers on, and then bolt the exhaust onto the cat. Hopefully by then I should have enough charged in the portable to connect that back to the battery and give her a crank and see if she'll finally turn over. So yeah, I'm hoping that it will, because obviously with the leads not being on the right spark plugs, that will cause it to have a bit of an issue. So there is that. I also pulled the push start button off, and I'm going to continue pulling it off. So that's the push start button that it had on it, and that was right there. I do give credit to the 179,000 on the clock, beautiful. I do give credit to the power bank, because I had that plugged onto the battery for majority of the time that I've been out here, even when my mate come to drop off the jack, so I could jack the front end up to put the cat on, and it gave the car enough battery to keep the dash on, but it won't turn over. Like, it is what it is. But once the power bank is charged and whatnot overnight, I'll come back out here tomorrow, plug it back to the car, plug it back onto the battery terminals, and then give her a kick over, because I won't worry about doing any of that until I've got the middle and rear muffler on. And hopefully by then I've heard from my mate Modsy about some sockets that he's got, because I need to tighten the nuts on the flange on the catalytic down more. But it's all plugged up, it's all on there, so that's a bonus for today. And then tomorrow I'll put the middle and rear muffler on, get that all bolted up and all nice and snug, and hopefully, like I said, with a bit of luck, I'll connect the portable to the battery, flick the key, and hopefully, if my theory is correct, the car should turn over. Because in my experience with Commodores, and this probably goes for every other car in general, but I'm only used to working on Commodores, if the leads aren't on the right plugs, then the car isn't going to want to start. So yeah, I'll end up doing all that tomorrow, but I've got to get a hold of Modsy first to see if he'll let me borrow his socket set. But apart from that, everything else is all good, no drama. Just waiting to get refunded for the money I spent today that I shouldn't have had to spend, and then I'll be using that to get the new nuts for the flanges on the cat, so then I can bolt it to the extractors properly, because at the moment it's just sitting on there, but it's on there enough where it's hopefully not going to cause much of an issue. I'll pop the bonnet and show you guys anyway, and show you guys underneath the car and what I mean. But yeah, interior is pretty good. My mate's jack there. It's got restraints at the back for little man's car seat, because I left his in the bar when I sold that. Also got the original stereo that come with the car, because I've put my stereo from the VT in. Everything with all that works. I tested it before and it works amazingly. I do have to put, I think, a fuse in for the subwoofer when I do eventually put one of them in, but yeah, all in all, not too horrible. Got 179,000 on the clock. The casing for the push start, which I'm going to pull out anyway because I don't need it and will not use it. It does work, I tried it before, but it's just not something that I'm going to do. But yeah, so all in all, today was a very successful day. Dealt with my dentist, dealt with the car. One of my good friends come in clutch with the jack, which enabled me to get the the cat on, which is awesome. I'll use that same jack tomorrow, like I said, to put the rest of the exhaust on and try and kick her over again once the portable's charged, and yeah, go from there. But now I'll hop out the car and I will show you guys the actual car itself. So, right. So I'll come to the front of the car. Keep in mind it is a bit dirty, it hasn't been used in a little while, so yeah. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is my new rig. 02VY Calais. As you can clearly tell, it's been lowered. I'm pretty sure the springs that are in both are doubles. So yeah, it's got holes in the boot, which I'll get plugs for. No tow ball, but that's alright, I don't need it for now. That side's lowered, that side's lowered. But yeah, so all in all, not a bad purchase. $1,000, can't go wrong. And hopefully once I do what I'm doing tomorrow, it should kick her in the gut and turn her over. And if my theory is correct, then the next thing I have to do is just put registration on it, because it's got no rego. And yeah, she should be sweet from there. But I also want to show you guys the cat. Not the animal, but the car part. So, as you guys can see, the cat is now, I don't know how well you guys can see that, hang on, let me get down. But yeah, so there's the cat there. It's being held on by the rubber that sits in the middle there, which is all good, no drama. And then that goes into the bay, which I'll pop the bonnet and show you guys. I need to clean my backyard up, but all these well ends well, doesn't really matter. Well, put the bonnet. Okay. And yeah, here's the motor. It's got a purple top with a spacer underneath. I don't know what the for, but it's there anyway, so that's all well and good. But yeah, so I had to put, I think it was these 3 leads that were on the wrong plugs, so swap them around and that'll be getting tested tomorrow. But as you guys can see down there, the extractors are now on the cat. There is a gap, but that's because I haven't tightened them properly. That'll be a tomorrow job when and if I can get a hold of Modsy in time. And then yeah, so apart from that, it's all plugged up, ready to go for tomorrow. If I can get what I need to get out, I'll hopefully be able to tighten those bolts up and be on my merry way. And then hopefully kick her in the gut again and she'll turn over. But yeah, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the new car. So nothing else really to it from that. Just got to diagnose and get it to run and charge the battery a bit, slap some rego on her, and then once I get all that done, I'll be taking her to the car wash and giving her a wash because she is dirty. I also then have to do the servicing and etc. so forth, which comes with the territory when you buy second-hand cars. I mean, some people do, you know, do it all for you, but I mean, I'm a common little lad, have always been a common little lad, so I know what I'm doing anyway. I do have a few leaks I need to fix, but as of right now, they're not a priority unless they turn into a priority. So yeah, but anyway, that's the new car. Now, so looking at the colour of the car, I think it's green, but according to the paint code that's in the bay, it's a grey. So yeah, I don't know what the go with that is, but I mean, it's there, so yeah. And then, yeah, got the 2 mufflers there with, ants on my feet, what I assume is the gasket for that end. So I'll be using that tomorrow when I get up and start boogieing. And then, yeah, go from there. But apart from that, everything else is all hunky-dory. I still have 1 rubber left that'll go on the middle muffler tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to give that car a break, come inside, have a shower, get changed, and make some dinner and play the PlayStation. So, yeah, that's going to do it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys like the new car. If all is well, give it a like, share, subscribe, turn notifications on, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, peace out.